Attention all high school athletes. Please stop chasing offers and chase greatness. Chase a 3.5 grade point average or better. Chase good manners. Chase character. Chase passing SAT and ACT score. And chase the Lord because you're going to need him. That's strictly from Deion Sanders. And as we grow and navigate in life, that is 100% true. And I do believe that. And I do believe every word he said. Every word he said. And off the jump, don't chase like I think we're chasing, not like we, but the culture, right? I can speak for the culture. Like we're chasing, like he's mentioning, offers instead of chasing being great. Building this routine of falling in love with the game, falling in love with football, falling in love with basketball, falling in love with art, falling in love with whatever that is. So don't really too much chase the offers, but just know that stuff and those offers will come. Chase being in love with just working out, going somewhere and working out. Be in love with that, and the rest will come. One more thing, on top of that is what he said. Chasing a 3.5 grade point average. Now, my previous videos you guys see, and I can also stamp disapproval. I graduated college on the president's list. I've had president's list, I have dean's list, and the president's list is a 4.0. I did that video. So the president's list is a 4.0. I showed my certificates. I showed the dean's list. So that's twice. I did that twice in the summer. So that's why I can stamp and approve of this statement of chasing a high grade point average. Grade point average, chasing greatness within, knowing how to get up every day, work out, manage your time, things of that nature. Make that stuff a priority, and everything else is going to fall. I have kids myself. I have students myself who I try to actually instill these type of morals and traits into them. I want to see even out to my kids. So like I said, when they see this video, they're going to understand how important I am. And I will tell you, especially when it comes out of school, and Junior will tell you he's asleep on my bed right now. I'm going to make sure I can put you in the best position as possible, schooling, in life in general. But I say that to say, we're going to bump heads when it comes to schooling. Meaning you don't want to do the schoolwork, or, it's just putting the time frames in as if, of course, we all want to go do something else, right? Like we all, especially in college, right? I don't need to be here. I want to go do something else. So if for my sake, raising kids, family, school, work, XYZ, being the face of XYZ and still being able to obtain the 4.0 grade point average. And as Deion Sanders said, he's around these athletes. It is hard. It is tough. So to obtain that 3.5 GPA, I will commend anybody who does that. I really had to take time out of my schedule and realize what the heck I did. Like my last video is really kind of emotional, but I had to really realize what I did. Now, next, what he said, Deion Sanders, chase good manners, chase character. I'm gonna leave those two right there because I feel like those two go hand to hand. I was raised by my grandma, my mom, who instilled those type of characters, opening door, manners. I was raised on yes ma'am, no ma'am. Still to this day, I can call my mom right now. It's gonna be yes ma'am. I was just raised on those type of manners down to my grandma, and those are type of things that I want to instill into the world. It's just beyond me now. It's just to the world, to my kids, to the people around me. And that's what I give out naturally. And yeah. So I just said it to say those morals of what and who instilled you can take you and propel you to the next level. Like I said, I had my mom and I had my grandpa who really real structured. We're talking about who fought in wars and stuff like that. Where he would walk 20 miles to work. Well, he's walking. He's walking. So that's always in my mind when I say I gotta be productive, right? I feel like I can't waste a minute. We all got the same 24. Tell them, Czar. They all got the same 24, and I think at the end of the day, it's what you do with that same 24. I'm an early bird, but recently knowing that no matter how late I sleep, I'm gonna wake right back up. All right, is anybody else like that? Like no matter how late I sleep, I'm gonna wake right back up the next day. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Now Chase passing SAT and ACT score. Now that's kind of goes hand in hand as well, meaning if you got to take either one of the tests, depending on where you're located at. But if you have good grades, and that's another thing. It's all going to trickle down, and I like how he said this because it all trickles down of the morals and what you're focused on. Because if you already have a 3.5 grade point average, most likely you're going to be somewhat in the terms of in this realm of all right, good manners. It just always going to correlate. Good manners, 3.5, good character, because your character is day in, day out, you do your homework, day in, day out, the communication, if you got to communicate with your teachers, passing tests, X, Y, Z. Because if you got a 3.5 grade point average as well, you're going to be on a dean's list. So I was on the dean's list as well. And that's going to look good on your resume, especially if you're going to college or if you're in college, wherever, that's going to look good on your resume. So those SAT scores, ACT scores, are the scores they're going to place you in. So they're going to use those scores and place you in certain subjects. But at the end of the day, any test, you should want to go all the way 100% in. So I would say that is some good life lessons from Deion Sanders. And I think at the end of the day, a lot of people don't know this. And I am grateful and I'm thankful that my mom and grandma instilled a lot of this in me, but also I learned from my surroundings and what I didn't want to be. I'm not knowing. Can you name anybody with 3.5 grade point average? Can you name anybody who graduated on a dean's list? Like these are things you got to put in perspective, where this stuff is hard to do. So, but for your life lessons and a quote or just something to think about at the end of the day, just think about this. At the end of the day, you're going to get out what you put in. You're going to get out what you put in at the end of the day. And I think this is just going to summarize everything Deion Sanders said, and being a teacher and a leader he is, and putting those positions, similar positions that I am. Obviously, that's a whole nother level. But what I'm saying is when you have students, when you have kids who are looking up to you, and you have to lead the way. You have to lead the way. So I've been an uncle since the age of 2. Like before being an uncle was cool. I've been an uncle. Like these are facts. I've been an uncle since the age of 2. So like these 2, 3, 2.5, whatever. You know what I mean? So like I say have to say that comes with level of responsibilities. Being a brother, being an uncle, at a young age, on top of trying to transition and go through life and trying to figure out life and what I want to do. You know what I mean? So, and when I say I'm talking about uncle to nieces and nephews. So, I know the level and I know how important that is. And I feel like if you stay focused and if you put that as an objective and as a goal, work hard to obtain that. That's all we can do. And don't worry about what you can't control. But if you're staying focused on this, and that's why I also like that message. I got my certificates back there. I was gonna have I have my diploma and certificates I was gonna show you guys, but I say that to say put in that work, and at the end of the day, it's just you. And obviously what you built and created and what's under obviously me and my family, but it's just you and whoever you're around. But just know you're the one that's going to be getting up every day. You're the one that's going to be doing the homework. If you fail a test or if you do bad on a test, you're the one that's got to be communicating with the teacher and asking to redo it, ask questions, X, Y, Z. So put all that in perspective and just know it can be done. It can be done. And I know how hard it is just to go to school alone, but I also know how hard it is to go to school, go to work, manage your family, work out, manage a whole household, X, Y, Z. So I understand and I totally get it. But moving forward, keep that in perspective. Now, a lot of you guys were asking me questions regarding my college, so I was kind of diving into that as graduation is approaching. I do appreciate everybody who's watching, who's been supporting me, who's even congratulating me on graduating. I really do appreciate it, and I'm here for the next level, and obviously next level in life, transitions in life as well, but that also comes with unlocking new doors, and for me, it's just focusing on myself in the school, so it's been just the school, obviously on top of everything, but my focus, I have to manage my focus, right? So my focus, I think we all have to, but what I'm saying is when you got tests, when you got deadlines, it's different when there's a term and there's a term for 10 weeks, and you have to lock in for that 10 weeks and then manage life and structure around that. For some people, it's going to school. You don't have to go to school in college. That's one thing. You don't have to go. They do not care, but they're going to care about that money. They're going to care about that money. They're going to care about that money. That's why I just finished school. But yeah, I'm talking about the school this week, man. Let me know if you guys got any questions. I really do appreciate everybody. I hope everybody else having a good day today. We're going to keep these videos rolling. For a lot of people out here who, because I'm a face of a lot of brands, so a lot of people out there see my face, may have not, but we have another product here, and this product is a USB rechargeable sensor headlamp. So this is the USB rechargeable headlamp. This is very, very bright. This is going to be good for camping if you're outside, or even if you're just walking, or if you're taking out the trash, whatever the case may be, you have an extra light. Now, what the good part about this is it's rechargeable. It's a USB-C, so it's going to be the same as your phone. No matter what you're using, you're going to have an extra. And there's actually 2 units in here. Both come with chargers. So you have a 2-unit pack, and they both come with chargers. This is going to be best. This is going to be best, like I said, best used outside, or if you're under a car, camping. There's a lot of good ways you can use this. And look at light. And it is. You can even use it as a ring light. It's however you want to use it. However you want to use it. I might just keep it like this. But however you want to use it. And you got another one right here. Now, this is not the purpose of it, but you can use it however you want to use it. Just use it however you want to use it. Silicone, comfortable, and there's a sensor switch and a power button. And like I said, it's rechargeable. So there's no batteries involved. You don't have to worry about batteries or anything of that nature. Pull it out of the packet and it's ready to go. Once again, pull it out the packet and it's ready to go. This is the headlamp.